So it is February 20th, 3:22 a.m. I need to sleep. I know. It's so late at night. It's early in the morning. I know. I have a good excuse for that though, I think. I've been up for the last 3 hours, so like since midnight maybe. Just studying female anatomy. And I have a good reason. Number one, your boy is really big into drawing statues, right? The shading, the anatomy part, the beauty of them, of the art, right? But I've been holding back on this for a while because I in my head, right, I think of it as like a daunting task, but it's not. And I'm making it this big thing, but it wasn't. It wasn't a big. It was really easy. At least in my head, it was, right. I'm not sure if we get caught. Not copyright, but this might get taken down. Age restricted. We'll see. But this is what I've been doing for the last like 3 hours. It's just female anatomy and like just studying, dude. I was like looking at a bunch of articles, looking at a bunch of like ancient, just like ancient diagrams. Not ancient, but like Renaissance diagrams. And God, man, the human body is so cool. There's this one like, it's just so cool how like everything in the human body lines up perfectly. You know what I mean? It's like strange but cool. Really cool. I think it's really cool. Another thing that's really sick is like, which I kind of just studied today a little bit, right? which is adding fat to the female anatomy, right? So I studied a bunch of like, 3/4 view, which is like, this is whole view, right? You're seeing the whole thing. And this is like 3/4, right? That's like 3/4, where you're seeing like a quarter of the thing, face value, right? This would be half, 3/4 full. But also I've been getting into comic books, right? I want to get into like comic book drawing. This is a horrible start, but you gotta start somewhere, right? So that's what I have going on there. Simple Wolverine drawing. But yeah, and then I have this statue I'm working on. Nothing crazy, but I think it'd be cool when it comes out all, comes out all good and all that. But yes, dude, this is exciting stuff because I learned that learn how to add fat to drawings, right? What I mean by that when I say that is like I learned how to draw like the classic hourglass sought after physique of women, right? Where they have like a skinny waist, big butt, and like a comic book character kind of physique, right? Very lean abs and you know, skinny belly, like the belly is like very non-existent. and and the way you add fat to that is you just like visualize that body, or at least in my perspective, this is how I kind of handle that, right? I visualize that body if they ate 10 pounds of cake. That may sound horrible, but I don't mean it in a bad way. Right? For example, these two bodies I drew, the top one is your classic, like, hourglass, like, average body, right? I would guess. And to add more chub, like the bottom one has, I just add more, I make it wider, right? More layers of fat, and then more folds, right? So you can see, like, here, it's not as smooth transition, it's more bumpy, right? Same for the other side, right? Which gives the illusion of the fat rolling in on itself, like folding, right? And then I got to here, which is my final drawing. And that's like the, you know, here, I'll turn off the red here for a second. And that's like the final kind of artwork you get there, you know. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing all day. I started out with these beans, right? So like the human body is essentially just beans, right? Because that's the, here, let me see if I can do this. Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. How do I do this? Oh, they're together. Okay, that sucks. But I don't know if you see it, but like in this one right here, there's red circles, and those red circles make up this bean, right? And this bean is actually a side view. So that makes up this. And that is a side view of, let me see if I can do this. Nope. Fucker. Looks like you're not gonna get the actual cool view of this thing today. Okay. But the red bean is in there. And you just build the layer of skin and fat around it, you know what I mean? And like kind of the same for this. This is like a more simple diagram. So you have that bean, and then you're just building the human body around it. And I really love how it came out. I love how all of this came out, honestly. I'm gonna add a lot more tomorrow, obviously. I want to fill this whole page with like notes and stuff. I think it'd be so cool. I think that'd be super cool. So yeah, in case you're wondering what I was doing in my life today, that's what I did. Hope you all enjoyed this. I'm not really tired. I took a nap, but I definitely need to sleep. I need to go like at 7, so in 4 hours to walk the puppy, the dog. But I love y'all. Ooh, I need to pray. I need to pray too. All right, I love y'all. Get some rest. Much love. Stay healthy. Stay safe. You matter. The big one. You matter. Peace out, boys. 1, 2, 3. Anatomy.